Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining today. My name is Melissa, and I'm here to lead you through mindful stretch. We are going to practice together for the next 15 minutes. So as we go through class today, all you'll need is a mat, something that you're comfortable stretching on. And if you would like, you could have the exercise blocks or maybe the blanket. So we don't need these for our practice today, but it can be nice just to have props in certain poses if you need a little bit of assistance. So definitely not a necessity, but can be nice to have. As we go through class today, I always like to put it out there to listen to your body. You know, none of the stretches should hurt or cause any discomfort. So if that's showing up for you, please skip the stretches. You can come on out and you can modify. Today, as we go through class, I would love to practice a bit on our spines today. So if you've been sitting a lot through the day, I'm sure that this practice will really benefit you. If you've been looking down at the phone a lot, punching forward at the computer, this practice will be really nice for stretching out the different parts of our back, our upper, mid, and low back. We're going to get into the neck as well, the cervical spine, and it'll be a very balancing and aligning practice. So hoping to rejuvenate the mind and the body in just 15 minutes. So to get started, I love to work a little bit with a bridge pose with movement. So let's come on down to the ground. We're going to lay on our back. And what we're going to do to start is just have your feet planted and your knees bent. And we are going to come into bridge, but we're going to flow with our breath to start. So this will be a really nice way to warm up the spine. So you will ground into your feet, tuck your tailbone. So try to pull your navel to your spine. You might feel your low back lift from the mat a bit. And then we'll begin to peel our low back from the mat. We're going to peel the mid back from the mat. And then we're going to take the upper back from the mat. Let's begin to tuck the tailbone. We're going to lower it down. So we're going to feel the upper, mid, and low back connect to the mat. Tailbone tucks, low back lifts, mid back lifts. We might even feel that upper back peeling from the mat slightly. Then tailbone will tuck. We're going to feel the upper, mid, and low back come down. And begin to just flow with your breath here. Try to lengthen your spine as you inhale. Lengthen your spine as you exhale. As you inhale, feel each vertebrae lifting from the mat. We'll feel the space between the vertebrae lifting from the mat. And then on each exhale, feel each vertebrae lowering and also feel the space between the vertebrae lowering. Maybe imagine you could squeeze a beach ball in between the knees. So we don't need our knees to touch one another, but we do want to activate our legs. So that's why we'll imagine squeezing that beach ball just to get our different leg muscles working here. And then also try to press through the inside and the outside of each foot. So as you do this, you might feel yourself pressing to the outside, kind of rolling out onto your feet. So really try to get that nice grounding on the inside of the feet as well. We'll begin to come on out. So letting your tailbone tuck, you're going to lower your upper, mid, and low back down. And let's take the soles of the feet to touch. Knees will come away from one another and try to see if you can feel the insides of the feet peel from one another as well. So this will be a really nice stretch for your legs, hips, low back. And this is a wonderful counter stretch to those bridge movements. So we'll just give ourselves this minute to just counterbalance that spinal stretch that we did. Knees, let's bring them into the chest. We'll take arms, hands around knees or shins. And let's do a rock to the right and then off to the left. And as you do this, maybe feeling a sensation almost like a massage. So we have all of these little muscles and detachments. We have our vertebrae, the space between the vertebrae. And then we are going to create a bit of a circular movement here. Maybe find large circles and maybe find smaller circles here. Reverse, let's go in the other direction. And then we'll take a rock and roll through the spine. So that just means rolling up through the spine. And let's come into a comfortable seated position. So if it feels comfortable, you may want to cross the legs. You can also extend the legs out in front if the knees are a little bit cranky. Let's take our fingers. We're going to interlock them. We will press them up to the sky. And then as you're doing this, let's try to create a bit of a back bend. So we're kind of arching our spine a little bit. We're offering our heart forward. And then coming down, chin to chest, we'll flip the wrists over so the palms are facing your face. So we're gonna take chin to our chest, try to do a rounding here of our back. And then let's bring our heart forward. We're gonna flip those wrists, open the chest, open the heart. Flipping the wrists, chin to chest. And begin to flow with the breath here. Maybe do a little bit of a scanning of the body, noticing where you might be holding onto tension. And then on your exhale, let that tension go. Let's begin to come on up. We'll take a neutral spine, gently release the hands down, and coming into a pose called child's pose. So this one is a really nice back stretch. Now for child's pose, let's bring our knees together. We're gonna have the upper legs connected here. We'll take a nice full breath to lengthen. And then folding over the tops of the legs on the exhale. So we're just gonna let ourselves fold forward here. And we're gonna hold this one. So maybe close your eyes. Let yourself connect with your breath. And then as you breathe, you may feel a little bit of a constriction of the breath in the stomach, and that's normal. Probably stomach is against the tops of the legs. So just being aware of that. It's not a good thing, not a bad thing, just a thing. And then maybe as you're breathing, you can really tap into the expansion through the sides of your body and through the back of your body. Try to relax your head and neck. Relax your eyebrows and jaw. And then let go of tension in your shoulders. Core engages. Let's bring it forward into a tabletop position. And we're going to work the spine in 4 different directions here. So it's almost like we're going to do a bit of a circling of the rib cage, but we're going to take it nice and slow. Maybe hang out for a breath in each stretch. So let's start by lowering the stomach. We are going to lift up through the heart. So we're finding a back bend here. Zipping up the course, we want to find a neutral spine. Glide your ribs to the right. So maybe imagining on this right side that there was something you wanted to push away. And we're really going to try to press that object away from us. Let's come back through center. We'll come back to our neutral spine. Let's bring our chin to our chest. We'll try for a bit of a rounding here of our back. Neutral spine, and then ribs. Let's slide them off to the left. So imagining there was something on the left side that you wanted to press away. And we're gonna come back to center. Let's try that again, but we're gonna go in the other direction this time. Let's lower the stomach down. We will lift up through the heart. Core engages, ribs. Let's glide them off to the left. Take a nice breath here. So we have all of these little intercostal muscles in between the ribs. So when we take this stretch, we can give a nice stretch to them. Back to center, neutral spine. Let's float chin to chest. Maybe imagine you could find a bit of space in between the shoulder blades. We'll lower back down to a neutral spine. Ribs, let's glide them off to the right. So pressing that object away on the right side. Back through center. Now let's try for a circle here of the ribs, and we're just gonna try to create a nice fluid movement. So we just hit those 4 different parts. And if you have to bend the elbows, you can do that. We're gonna go 3 times in one direction, and then we'll go 3 times in the other direction. When that feels complete, let's reverse. And if you have to go a little slower, definitely do that. Try to get all the parts of the circle. Good. Let's bring ourselves to neutral. Down dog is a fantastic stretch for the spine. So let's give that a try. Toes will curl under and bring your hips up to the sky. Now we'll shake it out a little bit here. Bend one knee and bend the other knee. And maybe relax your head, yes, and relax the head no. Let's come into a holding here in this really nice stretch. So we'll begin to soften the heels down towards the ground. Feel the backs of your legs lengthening, sitting bones to the sky. Feel your spine lengthen. Try to relax your head and relax through your neck. Let's walk the feet forward. We'll come into a hold here, toes to the hands. And then as you take a fold, let's begin to shake out the legs a little bit here. Bend one knee and bend the other knee. Maybe relax through the head, yes. Relax through the head, no. As you come to stillness, let's take our hands onto our shins. We'll try to find a flat back here. This is called a half lift. We will come down back into a forward fold. And then as you ground into your feet, let's take it on up to stand. So take a nice full breath in to rise on up. Take your hands at your heart as you exhale. Let's bring our hands up. And right hand will reach for the left wrist. We're just going to grab on here. And then left foot will step behind the right, and we'll try for a lateral stretch for our spine. So we'll lengthen here and release your hands to the right. Now see if you can take your hips and press them to the left a little bit more. So sometimes I see students a little bit like this. So we're gonna really try to press our hips to the left to just give us a little bit more stretch in the body. And we're gonna come back through to center. Let's keep our legs just how they are. We will change up the grip in the hands and then release to the left. Maybe create a little sensation like that left hand could pull your right hand to the left side of the room. And release. Let's bring ourselves back to center. Hands reset, feet reset. And we'll give that a try on the other side now. So hands come up and overhead. Left hand for your right wrist. Right foot to the left. Let's lengthen and release to the left. We're going to hold the stretch. Breathing, maybe doing that scan of your body. Where are you holding tension? Sometimes we think we're relaxed, but maybe the eyebrows are holding tension, the jaw, maybe the mind is tense. Come back to your center. Let's change up the hands, lengthen and release to the right. And try to inhale and exhale through the nose. That really helps to keep the mind and the body calm and relaxed. Sometimes we breathe through the mouth. It can activate the fight or flight response. Let's come back through the center. We'll take our feet out a little wider than hips. Arms sweep side to side. We'll take a little empty coat sleeve stretch to reset. And then as you come into stillness here, let's take our feet right in line with our hips. toes are pointing forward. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart. Thank you so much for joining today. It's great to be here with you to share this mindful stretch practice. I hope that you're feeling better. I hope your mind is feeling more relaxed and calm, and you can take that with you through the rest of the workday. And I also hope your spines and backs are feeling better. This practice was really nice for creating a little bit more flexibility in the spine, really trying to, open up the front body and try to find a little bit more balance in the front and the back, which is a really important thing to do. So I look forward to seeing you soon. I will be back on Thursday, so same time, 3 o'clock East Coast time, and I'll be back for mindful stretch. So we'll do a 15-minute practice, and I'll definitely change it up. We'll do some different stretches. Maybe we'll focus on a different area of the body we'll target. So I hope to see you then. Take care.